uh, the ellipse we got here is bothering me now, and I'm just gonna do one more try here to attempt to bring some kind of conclusion to this particular real-time watercolor painting project. So I just, in my imagination, I think that this, is nice, but I want to add like some blue right here just to bring some kind of depth into the background and the overall. I think that might be a plus. We're gonna find out right now if that is a plus. And I don't have that many blues. I got like just a couple of blues: cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, and then a couple of weird, similar to blue colors. So anyway, here's a combination of cobalt and the ultramarine. For some reason, I got two ultramarine. One is called French ultramarine, and the other one is a regular ultramarine. So anyway, I got that. I'm just gonna see what happens if we put some of that blue right there, because it just seemed like it's gonna help. And yes, it does kind of help. And maybe down here and like here, I'll try a bit, and maybe like that. And I'm just gonna sort of diffuse these little things here that we had the kind of like this highlight was sort of working. Just see what happens if we go there. And then I'll come back with a little bit stronger right here. And then let's try, one thing missing from the glass um, is stuff about dark, So I'm just gonna try here, see about a shadow there, and then we're gonna try to diffuse a bit. And let's see if we can get a good line there. Is that good? I don't know. I kind of like the way this naturally ends right there. It's kind of nice. I mean, I don't know what it means, but let's see. Then, of course, the leaf is long gone. So, I don't know, just see about, let's see about getting a funny leaf edge right there. Why not? Okay, that's cool. And I don't know, could that be a shadow of the leaf? It's kind of weird looking, but now also I'm going to sort of diffuse this right here because that just having a continuous line right there is not really my cup of tea. Go right here, get rid of that. Also, that looks bad. See about this. That looks kind of bad also, but whatever. See, get this. So I don't really like any kind of line that sort of hugs edges of things. I think we're gonna try to, and the blue is not really saying hello on blue either. So see about getting add some blue there, and that now it says hello on blue, and not especially nicely, right? So I guess we're gonna see about just pick up some of the blue. Hopefully we leave a bit of residual blue. Okay, that's a little better. And now I'm going to see about just diffuse this whole thing here. And then we are trying to leave like a round thing here. Why don't we go back to that round concept, which is this highlight. And again, I don't really like that whatsoever. I think this one brown right there is old. Oh, that doesn't look bad now. Okay, that looks all right. And this, just soften that a bit. And I don't know if we like this particular hard line right there. That's a little better. I don't really mind that. Over here, it'd be good to, you know, with the reference long gone, it's just hard to say what the heck is happening over here. I like this shape right there, which is kind of like a football shape, which, in my opinion, is like bringing, it does direct the eye this way, not that way, so that's a plus. I think we could probably, you see this shadow here, we could probably do something to say, hello, I'm a shadow going that way. And that came out green, but let's see if we can move that into a different kind of color and cool. And I don't know about that. No, let's take the whole thing and make it a lot more subtle. And the top, I think we can just soften this line. So, you know, what we got is some graphic shapes to break up what was otherwise a pretty solid area. I mean, like if you look at like this area right here, a solid area where nothing is happening. You know, this is good. There is like a shadow there. It's not really a sensible shadow, but it is, you know, a shadow. And then this area of contrast does, I believe, make this leaf look like it's coming forward, and we definitely would like the leaves to come forward. Oh yeah, right here there's like, it was part of a leaf that when I picked the flower, there was a leaf that was like broken. And so I'm gonna try to just sort of come back here and say, remember me, I'm the broken leaf. And without description or anything, you know, as to whatever it is, but having the dark there is a benefit for the overall thing there. Hi, 7 people here. Thanks so much for visiting. I'm trying to bring this to a big conclusion now because I don't like the way this ellipse is going, and I don't really see a way to fix it either. So maybe we could fix it with a little bit of green right here. I don't know. Because the ellipse is just way off, and then there's too much detail in there. The green looks pretty good. How about a little bit more right here? Right here we got, you know, a gray, a luminescent gray, which is I guess closer to green than anything else, I could say. Let's see about putting something right here, because I did want to do a very high impact contrast area just to say hello, this of everything in this painting. This area right here, the rim of the glass right here, is probably the thing that is closest to the viewer. It's possible like maybe this is, but I think this is certainly the dramatic area that's close to the viewer. Anyway, we had been trying to fill in white areas of the you know, the glass. We still have this area down here, a few areas, and like I said, we want to get a lot more contrast in there, at least in a few places. So I wonder if this could be good yellow, just because let me see where we got a yellow. I thought I had some hints of yellow, but I don't see it anyway. Let's just see if a little hint of yellow right here is going to help us. Because, you know, I mean, our reference is long gone for that darn flower, but anyway, I'm going to see about extending this petal. And I don't think it's going to work. Maybe it's okay, I don't know. And we do have to do the center of the flower. I got another one of those flowers outside. I could go pick it and we could see what the heck the center is looking like. That might be a good idea. So that yellow doesn't look bad. Let's see if we can hook up with our beige color, and just this is nice right here, I think. This area here is looking good, although it is in the real thing it's actually you know, a beige shadow leaning red. But anyway, let's see what we can really try to bang this down to a conclusion quickly here. All right, what else? What else? Once I got this beige here, how about if we make call this a dark beige and do this shadow again? Because I never really liked that shadow. Okay. This I want to diffuse. That looks great. All right. This little area here, boom, I love it. Okay. And I like the way the shadow is, you know, closer to the, I think we could even go like, blend that a little bit, because that shadow is not doing it for me. And get some water on there. That looks a little better. Let's do the same thing right here. Not quite as effective on that side. Now I'm gonna rinse the brush, squish the water out, and come down on the edge of this just to, so it's not really a hard line there, just kind of soften that line there. And likewise right here, just kind of diffuse that line out. Okay. And now it's good. Oh, okay, that's cool. And then this, we just did this recently, and I'm gonna get rid of that. And so I just put water there, and I'm just gonna sort of pick up what we can pick up. And go out here for a consistent background color. Get this corner. You know, most of the background we go out of our way to have, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, it's okay, I think, right here to have a more consistent thing. Now I just took a blot out just to make it a little bit more splotchy. But that looks okay. And I really don't like it right here. Let's see if we can just remove a little right there. And I don't like the way this line is here, but you know, too late now. I guess we're just gonna settle for that. Maybe, let's see. Probably won't go anywhere. It's a little bit lighter. That looks okay. This looks pretty bad. I think I'm gonna put the, you see this, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can sort of see it. There's that white highlight right there. I'm going to try to do that with this pen, because what else could go wrong in this painting anyway? Let's just see if we can get that. Okay, that's cool. And probably wouldn't hurt to do one right here also. Let's see if that helps. The glass, you know, is the only thing that we're trying to do good in this is the glass, and I don't know if it's really struggling, the glass. This bold stroke of imaginary, you know, reflection is one of the best strokes on there, and you know, I think we need more of them. as we go here. So I'm gonna go back to our beige, and maybe let's see if we can go right here. And that's a very wimpy amount of paint on that. And you know, the reason we're doing beige here, of course, is because we're trying to say hello, I'm clear glass, and the background behind is beige, and I don't know about that. Let's see, this right here, it could be some more beige. Let's just try right there. And that was a little, and it's actually the beige is darker in that you see through the glass than what you see in the back end there. So I'm gonna just see about a slightly darker beige, which has to lean into gray. So here's some, but this is kind of leaning into green. So let me see. Oh, I see violet over here. That was a color I thought maybe to put right there. So, oh, hey, some comments. Riz, thank you very much for the hello. You got designated the #1 observer, so thanks for that. Glitch Dragon, thank you for the hello. I'm an old artist, I guess. I used to be young. Suddenly you get old, it's just amazing. And do you do digital art? Not really. And thanks for the compliment. And thanks for 2 thumbs up, everybody. Okay, what we're trying to do is, we're trying to do a dark gray, beige leaning gray, and go right here. So let's see if we can hit it. I don't know if I like that particular dark beige leaning gray. Okay, now we need to be down here. And now I'm gonna see if I'll just take out a bit of that. Okay, looks fine. I don't know. I really don't like that. See here. Alright, doesn't look bad, doesn't look good. I'm really in a big hurry to finish this thing, or at least call it done. Be beyond the point of no return. That side looks pretty good. This is looking okay. I need a more definition right here. what would probably be good is put, what do you call it, masking fluid right there and a smile face, and then put a ton of paint in there. But it's a step that I don't really want to take right now. So let's see, let's try and get more dark right here. And I'm just going to take Payne's Gray, lean heavy into blue, and let's see if we can get a strategic amount of dark area. I guess it would help to start here. Good, and now we need it happening in here. And we need edge. Very dangerous area here because I don't know if that's so great, and I'm just gonna right here. Not that good either. I'm going back to the beige here to establish the negative space right here. And that's not beige, it's green. Just pick up that puddle. If I could ruin it right now, that'd be fine, because that's a good enough excuse to say, okay, we're done. Hey, that looks pretty good suddenly. Let's see if we can, wow. Wait a minute. We got the water like look suddenly. Let's see if we can remove this. Okay, now we just soften that edge. And I don't know about that one, but the first one looked really great. And then this. So these lines kind of echo those. I would just put those, I guess, but Maybe it should be a little bit less intense. That's supposed to be the water level. This, I think, could go, try to get just kind of a neutral color right here. And try to get something here, a little bit neutral. We really need a dark right here. I wasn't going to go with a tiny brush, but I think we really need a dark that's like right there. Hey everybody, thanks for visiting. We're really trying to finish this little guy up in a big hurry. I guess I gotta take a... Oh, first I wanted to put some violet there, but I'm just gonna see about hitting this with a kind of a hard line. Let's see, it's right here. That's not bad, not good. I don't know. Put a little bit more right there. And have some back here, probably wouldn't hurt. Just see about right there. That looks terrible. And now I'm just gonna, I think I'm almost like, I shouldn't say almost done. How about I almost had it with this painting. You can see right here about a line. That's not too bad. Do we want a line down here? I don't like any outlines in my watercolor painting. Having said that, I'm putting a line here. How about we leave this one to the imagination right there? You know, here we have a good established line by just what's in the background. Over here we are, you know, leaning into an actual line. I think down here we could probably put a really fine line. Just to say hello, I'm the table, I'm not the glass. And this is a little bit off there. Try to smooth around there. Okay, cool. And then that's the shadow. Okay, we get a strong peak. That looks pretty stupid, but maybe you don't notice it if you just glance, right? Hey, 4 people here. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. And so we're just trying to wrap this up because there's plenty of other stuff we'd like to be painting. How about I'm going to just dilute a little bit here, make this into a Payne's Gray, and I'm just going to try to hit this one dark here because the glass is half full of water and we are trying to say hello, I am the water line. And we did put a dark there. And there is a mysterious shadow like right there where we have that like gold line. So how about we just come, oh, okay, let's just try to sort of make this a more of a, that looks cool. And I'd kind of like to do something like that over here. There is a single darker you know, a couple of lines punctuating this. There's a wiggly line right here that I did not put in. There's a couple of triangles right here, which I think that might be a good idea. Let's see if we put a couple triangles here. And then here, this is kind of like a round. This is actually a lighter color, but I'm gonna blot it up now. Just give it a minute there, and then we'll just try to lift it up. So now it's gonna be just a stain instead of a brush stroke. And let's go a little bit darker on the top there. I have no idea if that's good. I don't think so. All right, we put a very subtle thing in there for those, and then this, I think there's like a thing here. Let's see if we can, speaking of subtle, see a little T shape right here. And that, very tempting to rinse the brush in our live glass model. Here, I'm going to just see about curling, making a circle here. I'll put some more water. This I'm just going to try to make a little highlight. And there is a little highlight. I wonder if I'm overworking. Anyone think this could be overworking? I'm not exactly getting bombarded with thumbs up, so it's possible. Anyway, let's see about making this lighter. To make that lighter, I'm just painting it with pretty much clear water. Blot up. Yes, now it's lighter. I think what we could do is I'm going to go with a light blue and just try to make this go into nothing. There we got a little bit of stuff. Now let's just see if we can just sort of pull it into, and this dot, I don't know what's happening with that dot. An unwelcome dot. And then over here, I don't remember what we were trying to do over here, but we'll probably soften this a little bit. And how about we just do a little highlight thing right here. Didn't really work. And then let's connect these two very faintly, I guess. So warm gray I got here. Well, not looking great. I think it's time for some bold strokes similar to this, but I'll do it right here. So let's just see. I'm gonna see if I can get like a very faint bluish hint of gray. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, it looks good. Okay, critical juncture, here goes. Okay, looks all right, right? I wonder if one up here would be appropriate. I don't know. Let's just go for it, see what happens. Soften the edge of that. I don't know if it's saying hi, I'm clear glass or not. I don't think it's bad. Okay, now let's try that violet over here, because this is all like the same, you know, green, golden, brown, and not much else. So 3 people here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Real-time watercolor painting as we attempt to bring this whole bad boy to fruition. I did see some violet somewhere. This is a Cotman watercolor turned up as I was like rummaging around. That's not really good violet. Let's see what we got for violet here. This here is violet. That was when I was making these clouds, I was using that violet. It's Artist Loft, which is the store brand of Michaels. Let's see what we got here. That's not too bad. Okay, so I mixed that with a little bit of Daniel Smith just to bring it up a notch maybe. Let's see what happens here. Good. Good, why not? Touch here. Just to say hello, I'm not all right in one place. And does that look good? Doesn't look bad. Let's see about, there we go, make it less, what I didn't like here is that a continuous line from here to there on that border. So by putting violet in this corner, we have kind of at least broke up this single line. I'll just see about removing some of this paint now. So I think that's good. I'll try to go up here. Let's see about, and you know, that's a bit much, but hopefully, well, it is pretty weird looking. I guess we're gonna have to just like break it up a little bit. Okay. Got a little bit of diffusion there. Yeah, I don't know. All right, now it's much more subtle. I don't know why there's this bump there, and so you can maybe color that in. A little bit right there, a little right here. Break up this, doesn't look that great. Try to pull out a highlight right here. We were talking about doing this area, but I don't know. I don't know if we have the resources to do that. And this looks pretty horrible, honest to God. But let me see about, just take this and let's see about just go here. I don't know. I guess that's an improvement. And then down here, just a couple things right there. And then the water level, does it really look like the water level? I don't know. Come here to reestablish the water level. We are trying to say hello. This is the water level. Okay, we're looking good. Rated 100 out of 100. Hey, thanks for that. Wow. Nice rating. Much appreciated. All right, I'm going to see. I don't know. Might be, that might be it. What about that white spot right there? Don't we want some paint on there? Let me see. What color would we want on there? super faint beige. We'll just see. I don't know. And then here's another white area. There's another white area. And here's another one. This one, I don't know if it's so bad. I probably could clean up this whole negative space, which is the water. Here's another white area. I'm gonna just hit this with blue right in the middle. That looks stupid. Try this dot of beige. That looks good. This is, gosh darn, gel pen. We definitely want to disguise that, right? I don't know if that's gel pen or not right there. Let's just make that into a smaller highlight. And what about this? I'm going to make that into this red color we were using. I think we're going to just hit this a little bit. No, that's, I don't know if that's good right there. Let's forget that. All right, let's go let this dry and see if we could actually be done. Thank you very much, everyone who came to visit. Wow, I'm getting a bunch of hearts. Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks so much. Fabulous. Wow, look at all those. Okay, where are we at? Wow, all those hearts pouring in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I hope we're done. I don't think we are, but we're trying hard. Well, 7 people here. Anyone got any suggestion? Because I really want to give up on it. Oh, well, I guess we could do a little bit more, what do you call it in the leaf? Some more lustrous leaf colors, because, you know, leaves are pretty wimpy, right? Let's see, I mean, right here. Back when we started this painting, we were like, let's do real simple what we've done in a half hour. That's 5 hours ago. So, and then the dots, you know, those are action dots. See about just getting a little bit more, you know. That's not great. Here's a dark. Let's see what that could do. Put some right there. That looks pretty dumb. Put some right here. Also looks dumb. We could, I like that here. I mean, this is where there's darks in here that we did not add. Okay, and then this was dark. And I'm suspicious of this line that goes all the way across. I'm just going to remove a little bit right here. And I do like this that looks like a highlight going down into the water. I wonder if we could also take a highlight right here. Because we really want to say, hello, I'm a half glass of water. All right, well, that looks pretty nice. This could definitely use, you know, something in there, but I don't know what. And as far as these darks, let's mute them by blotting up some of that color. And then right here, and let's see down here, we just sort of, my action dots are not looking so good. Right, break up these white areas with, leaf lines, the veins of the leaf. That's cool. I don't know if those action dots looks that good. That leaf looks terrible, but we're just gonna ignore it for now. How about if we go a little bit deeper and richer with this thing that's supposed to be a stem. There was this like combination of stems in there. I don't know if this is so great to have that there, this little white streak. I just kind of think it's not. Let's just put a modest green right there. And the same right here. And even right there. And here, I don't know what's happening right there. Probably be good a modest green, but I'm going to do the beige, I think, instead. Looks all right. This whole area, I don't know, not looking super good. This is very hard, but you are very good. Well, thank you very much for that rating and compliment. Much appreciated. I'm not getting like overrun with thumbs up today. I mean, my record was 9, but today it's just not a thumbs up kind of day. And there's a thing there. I don't know what that is. See about that looks terrible. What's happening now? Get my let's see about right here. Not working here. What's happening? That is not the color we want right there. That looks really bad. As far as having a dramatic dark area in the front of the rim of the glass, I think we missed the boat. All right, I'm gonna call it take a break, come back and look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who stopped by, and as we attempt to do Clear Glass Half Full of Water, Flower from Mostly Imagination, thanks to the flower I just changed its physiology on us, and then scissors, which scissors came out surprisingly well. So anyway, it was art fun, and we'll see you around next time. Much appreciate everyone's visit.